So rude. No, I don't know. They're just they're taxi drivers, water taxi drivers. They gotta earn a living too. I used to live in Florida on a boat, on my other boat, for quite a while, off and on for about a year, and the old geezers there would just absolutely lose their mind if you got your dinghy going fast enough to start planing, and it was, my God, those people had sticks up their asses, you know. So I have not even set up. I just thought, screw this. I'm gonna just start doing this. I'm gonna go get my cards and get set up now. But I was relaxing on the. This is relaxing with my cat. Uh, Say hi to Free. Just chilling on the front deck and talking to my love of my life. And it's it's 11 o'clock in Norway right now, so she's in bed, going to sleep, and just watching the boats go by. But I decided, the reason I decided I would walk around, and there's nobody watching anyway at this time of day anyway. I probably started too late. Get this late, usually I get like, if any time after about 4 or 4:30, it's dead zone for viewership. So who gives a shit? I got pants on, so. Um, but she's uh, she's going to be giving us a hard time, though. As soon as I get the cards out, she's not going to like it because she's decided she's hungry, even though it's not supper time for another hour or so. Anyway, did laundry today. Washed all my towels and washcloths and stuff. And here's the thing. I am tired of just being angry at they're calling them the Epstein class, which I kind of like that. Oh, got my fan on. Forgot that on. It's kind of noisy. Anyway, and I need my water jar. So anyway, the Epstein class is what they're calling basically the pro-war or pro-Israel crowd, which is actually a pretty good name for them. I mean, realistically, this is I use chilled water. I fill my studio. That's my dinner for tonight. I fill my studio, which is this jar, with water, and that's my film studio. That's my whole setup. I prop my phone up against that and read the cards. And so the Epstein class. I'm tired of being mad at him. I mean, I'm totally okay with, okay, I think in Idaho, in the United States, they have, I think it was Idaho, they passed a law that they give the punishment for being caught being a pedophile is the death penalty. I'm totally okay with that. Like pretty much that means virtually every goddamn politician in Washington better stay out of Idaho because they could be looking at the gallows. Yeah, she's definitely gonna. She'll probably knock my cards down, knock my phone down, because she wants her dinner. She's a hungry, hungry kitten. Hi. um, yeah. So I mean, I'm not like, but I'm done. I'm tired of being angry with them. And I don't get angry at her because she's just hungry. She's a cat. It's my job to feed her. I got like very few things I have to do: laundry, make water, um, and feed the cat. But but one of the things I don't want to feed them. So I don't know if I've mentioned this, but it's called loosh. It's the when we vibrate at a state of fear and anger. Oh, hi, hold on, hold on. I'm 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 past puberty. How old do you think I am? Take a guess. I'm curious. Um, Mayfield. Yeah, hi. So, yeah, I mean, I'm totally down with whatever they do to them. Put them all in take them out to Idaho and convict them of pedophilia and put them in a big ditch and bury them. I don't give a shit. But but I'm not going to feed them my energy of fear and anger. I'm done being mad at these creatures. And this Trump. Trump had a chance to do something really good. He had actually some good, smart people that could do math behind him for a while anyway. And then apparently uh, Bibi Netanyahu showed him video that he had that Mossad had gathered from one of Epstein's honey traps, and either he had him, uh, either he had him, him or one of his family members or somebody he cared about. They got them doing some horrible shit. Whatever it is, but whatever it is, Trump absolutely pissed away his presidency by starting this war. It's not going well. I mean, it's not going well. Um, it's a disaster, and any good thing that could have been accomplished just got wrecked. But some pedophile somewhere that was important to Trump was Jared Kushner or who knows, but Trump himself or whatever it was something he didn't want the world to see. He kept the Epstein files. Uh, um, do you single hand you? Yeah, I do single hand my boat. I love single handling. It's a really nice boat to sail single handedly. I haven't flown the Spinnaker solo yet. I'm not. I really that worries me a little bit. I want to have at least one person on when I fly the Spinnaker because you might need to have somebody at the helm and somebody to go up to the front real fast if things go south. But anyway, so whatever. I'm not mad about that. I'm not going to be mad about that. Length of boat. It's a 43 foot catamaran. It's 25.1 feet wide. It's a good sized cat. I mean, ideally, I was actually shopping for a 45-foot cat because that's like the best. 45 and above is generally the best length for heavy seas in the ocean. But this one is actually it's a Voyage 430 Norseman, and it's a proven blue water boat. In fact, I got a friend who has the exact same boat, and they've won the Ark, their class in the Ark, going from west to east, like sailing back to Europe twice. So yeah, it's a good boat, and so it's well laid out, roomy and comfortable, and it's solid. It's no balsa wood anywhere in it, so it's no balsa core. But anyway, so I'd rather talk about boats than anger. That's for sure. Um, the Let's not feed these people our anger, our fear. Let's enough of that. This is that I think that they what we think of as the ruling elite, the 1%ers, the 0.01%ers or whatever, the billionaire class, whatever you want to call them. I think that they are actually just middle management. Oh, I'm getting a. I think they're just upper middle management. I think they work for somebody, and I don't even know if these things are human because they might be psychic vampires that feed on our loosh, that feed on our anger and fear. Let's starve the bastards to death. Let's not get angry about politics. You can support Trump when he does good things, or you can be angry at him when he does bad things, or vice versa. It doesn't matter. That's your choice. That's my choice. Let's not fight with each other. I was just passing through, but you talked about my president, so now you got some trolling. Yeah. Well, I got a troll. Catamaran is like two boats. Yes, yes, it is. It's like basically it's like having two 43-foot boats connected by an apartment. It's sweet. I love catamarans. Uh, a piece of advice to get give to your younger self. A piece of advice to give to my younger self. What would I give to my younger self? I would say I wouldn't change much because I'm pretty happy with my life now. And if I hadn't made the mistakes I've made to get here, I wouldn't be here. And I don't want to be anywhere else. I want to be living this life. I want to have the life partner I have now. I want to have this cat. I want to have this catamaran. Um, and you know what my advice, you know what the one piece of advice I'd give to my younger self? Don't wait so long to learn to love yourself. Because it wasn't until I learned to love myself uh, that I was able to love somebody else. And if I hadn't been able to do that, I would have never been ready for Victoria. I would have, you know. So that was the best thing. And it took me 3 years of living out at anchor on a sailboat. I had a monohull before. It took me about 3 years of that before I finally figured out that I need to love myself and what that really meant. And what happens when you start to love yourself is you forgive yourself all the things you've done because you realize that you you did the best you could. You know, you were doing the best you could, and you realize that the mistakes you made were understandable. They were regrettable, but you know, most of the time we do the wrong thing because we're trying to do the right thing. And you know, and we fail. We make mistakes. I make mistakes. I make mistakes with Victoria. This morning, I started. I was kind of uh, thinking out loud about the difficulties with, you know, becoming moving to Norway and bringing the boat to Norway and bringing the cat to Norway and the having to become part of the freaking Norwegian tax system, which I'm not too happy about. Um, but and I was just kind of negative when I was talking to her, and I realized she was sad, and I was just making her even more sad. Yeah, yeah, very cool. I got a buddy coming to sail with me in about 3 weeks, and he and his dad built a sailboat in their first sailboat they built. Then they bought a Beneteau after that. But back in the '70s, they built a monohull. Good luck with you and your channel. Thank you. Keep thank you. And yeah, I really appreciate all these comments and all. So. Anyway, so the reason I did this completely different today, I was like, just not set it up, not thought of something, not got all aggravated about something, is because I think it's time for us to quit fighting with each other. And so I'm talking about somebody's president. I suppose he's also my president. And you know what? I supported some of the financial stuff he was doing had real potential to kind of pull the U.S. bacon out of the fire. But this war and the whole Epstein thing, the whole Epstein file thing, redacting, you know, not releasing the files with him in it, and it's the Epstein class. I mean, he I some of you won't like this, but I will say that Epstein might be the best Epstein, God no, that Trump in some ways might be the shrewdest president we've ever had. He's done a lot of bad things, but he's done more actually good things than any president in my lifetime. So, but I can't get around the whole Epstein class thing, and I can't get around the fact that he seems to be Bibi Netanyahu's butt boy. And you know, I'm not even going to talk about I'm not even going to talk about the I'm not going to talk about the war today. I'm not going to talk, but because that's a disaster. It's unfolding. It is. It's happening. It's going to be epically bad, and it's. I mean, I think you all might be looking at paying $10 a gallon for gas, and it might just go up from there. I mean, this is really really bad, and this is coming at a time when the economic system is it's never been this fragile. So, whew, yeah, it's hang on. Yeah, we all need to keep the keel side down, I think. Um, but but the most important thing is, like somebody is mad because I said something not good about Trump, and I'm not trying to pick a fight with anybody because I understand why people like what people like about Trump. I get it. And I understand what they don't like about Trump. I get that too. And but the point is, we are all we have, because regardless of who you support or which team you identify with, the red or the blue or the left or the right or whatever, the Tories or the liberals or the whatever, the social democrats or whatever, the or the alternative for Deutschland, which doesn't matter. It's George Carlin. The one thing that was absolutely true was when George Carlin said, "It's a big club and you ain't in it. I'm not in it. You're not in it. Trump's in it. Epstein was in it. All of Epstein's clients were in it. Obama was in it. Biden was in it. Bushes were in it. I mean, it's a big club and we're not in it. And they don't care about us. Sometimes they might do things that benefit us, but ultimately they're doing what benefits them. They're doing what benefits them themselves. Yeah, government is definitely in it. Government, absolutely. Another YouTube genius. Yeah, well, I'm pretty smart actually. I mean, if you go by IQ points, but um, that doesn't get me a cup of coffee. So yeah, I'll accept being a YouTube genius. Uh, but I'm absolutely convinced that we just need to quit arguing with each other and like trolling somebody because we disagree with something or whatever. Who cares? I mean, you know what? We're giving our egos a reach around when we do that. We really are. Uh, think a lot of yourself. um, yeah, no, I'm just talking about numbers. Where are you sailing to? Well, I'm getting ready to cross the Atlantic is where I'm planning to go. So I got a few things to do between now and then. Um, absolutely. So you know, Victoria had asked me not to engage with trolls, and she's absolutely right. But I'm not going to not engage with trolls because, I mean, my ego gets off on bitch slapping the stupid, in public. Um, and seriously, you trolls, you set yourself up. It's like you really toss me some softball sometimes. But but the but this is absolutely not what we need to do. So I'm going to do a reading today, but my point of my reading, I'm going to see what if there's any chance that we can all get together. What is the purpose of this live? I don't know. What's the purpose of life? It's like Joseph Campbell said, life, the meaning of life was protoplasm eating protoplasm. So I like to think of myself as resourceful protoplasm eating other protoplasm. So that's the purpose of this live. Uh, is It's not actually. It's not. This isn't. This is to encourage us to focus the protoplasm we eat, not just go after each other, not go after the people. The people. Okay, the guys that are in the big club that we ain't in, they want us to fight amongst ourselves. They want us to attack each other. They want us to troll people on YouTube or bitch slap trolls. You know, We so what I want to ask the cards today is do or can we do this? Can we can we stop fighting with each other and realize that it's those people that are in the big club that we ain't in who are the real enemies, the Epstein class. And I mean, they are the Epstein class. You know, they wouldn't be there if they weren't pedophiles. You know, the vetting process before anybody can get elected, for the most part, is is to get sucked into some honey trap. I've known people in the entertainment industry. They were doing really well, brilliantly talented people, beautiful musicians, brilliant writers, and they got to a certain level, and they got invited to these parties where they were presented with what's that John Mellencamp song, "This is Serious Business." Got some girls over here, we got some boys over here, there, and they're here just for your fun. You know, it's the if you don't get sucked into those traps, your agent quits returning your phone call. You know, you don't get the donors. The only thing depressing is knowing the future and how the world ends. Absolutely nobody cares beyond their love for idiocracy. Um, you know, we can be certain of a few things. Absolutely certain. Like, we, one is if we're here, we were born, and the other is if we're here, we're probably going to die someday. What we do in the meantime, though, is really up to us. I mean, we have free will. You know, the whatever I mean, whatever you want to call the the powers. If there is anything, there might be some sort of a central. I don't know if it'd be intelligence or central energy source in the universe. You could call it God, call it whatever you want. Good witches have capacitors, not batteries. Unfortunately, God is for lithium miners too. Interesting. uh, very interesting. Uh, uh, good. Oh, good watches. Yeah, you can't have good car stereo system without the capacitors. Interesting conversations here today. But what I want to know from the cards today is, can we pull it together? Can we realize that those of us that ain't in the big club are the ones that really have the power, because we have the power over ourselves. We have our personal sovereignty. Are we going to own our personal sovereignty, or are we going to quit looking to the Epstein class to save our bacon, you know? Um, let's see what the cards have to say. The signifier is a cheap victory. So yeah, we've been looking to the Epstein class to save our bacon. That's a problem. And you know, the Epstein class, they're all in it. You know, they're all in it. I mean, there's pictures going around. I don't know if they're AI generated or what, but there's they appear to be legitimate, of like Donald, people, including, you know, there was that thing about, there was something in the Epstein files about Trump giving fellatio to Bill Clinton, but there's like a picture of it, and I know it's probably AI, but it doesn't. Who knows, or who cares? Epstein never. Those cards are mere paper. Yeah, they are mere paper only. Power button and whisk when you gonna push the power button and whisk you when you die. I don't know. I probably won't, because I'll be dead. Epstein and ended up in a mason. Epstein never approved of the dream on a or no. Epstein never approved and ended up in a mason jar. I think he's in Israel myself, or Miami maybe. Mine's looks like you're living the dream on a boat. You know what? I'm pretty happy here. I'm rebranded America the Viking ship. Oh yeah, yeah. Builders is now it's called African bathing chair as mud hut and wood chairs go together. Yeah, yeah. I'm okay. Great comments today. Misanthrope is not racism or misogyny, so I dare you to have a child in November. What? Could you, Odin, I guess, could you expand on that? Because that's interesting. Um, oh, give me a break, not my president, or give me a break. So what the fuck are you trying to say about Trump? You know what I'm saying? I'm saying he's in the big club. He's in the Epstein class. He's done some good things I support, and he's done some bad things I don't support. But I'm not giving him I'm not abdicating my personal sovereignty to him or anybody else. What I'm saying is he's in the big club that we ain't in, and if we realize that, and if we didn't fight amongst each other like a bunch of goddamn little spoiled brats, we could we could. Jimmy Dore says we could drown them in our piss, and we could do that in a heartbeat. I mean, the only reason they have power over us is because we abdicate our power to them. We choose to make them our leaders. We choose, yes, we absolutely. And when we do that, we got nobody to blame but ourselves, and that's why they laugh at us. Uh, Keeping it teal cool. So, and you know what? Let's not let it. It's what I'm saying. And we've got there because we've taken too many cheap. We've taken the easy way out. Uh, yeah. And here's the overall situation. And it's heartbreaking. What's happening now? I mean, this is so bad. You know, the Ayatollah was a shitbird. He was a shitbird. He was not a good person, but by destroying their country, it's not going to help. Weirdo. No, I'm not a weirdo. I live on a goddamn sailboat with a cat, and I'm preparing to go to Norway across the Atlantic Ocean. Yeah, of course I'm a weirdo. Gay Turo. You know what? I don't know. I don't think my Turo is. I think my Turo doesn't identify as any sex. It's pretty asexual. I just got here. Hello, what are you doing? I'm reading. Freedom comes from making your own rules and building your own system. Very good. I can't see your name. I'm sorry, but whoever said that, you're absolutely right. But what we have to do when we build our own rules, we have to follow natural law, and our rules have to respect the personal sovereignty of anybody else. Our rules are for us. Our rules are for each of us. And part of those rules have to be not to hurt anybody else. I mean, you know, molesting children with Jeffrey Epstein's temple and pedophile island is imposing on people's personal sovereignty. Attacking a country is imposing on other people's personal sovereignty. Killing school children, and the Ayatollah, when he was, he did something really shitty recently. That for real, not just what they're saying on the news. And he was the theocracy is imposing on other people's personal sovereignty. We got to do exactly that. We have to we have to be our own leaders, but part of that is to respect everybody else. We have to do that. We have to quit thinking of each other. It's like the song Pink Floyd, "Us and Them." It's not us and them. It's because it's all of us. All of us. I don't think that the people that control the Rothschilds and the Rockefellers and the Clintons and the Trumps and the whatever are human. I think they're reptiles or some kind of space alien or some demons or demonic satanic thing or something. I don't know. Whatever they are. But that's the them. Us humans need to stick together. And here's the gateway, and this is moving into a place of peace. And that's exactly what we need to do, but we got to see the problem here is she can't see that she's moving into calmer waters because she's got those swords trapping her. She can't see past them. And we have to quit looking at the prison bars that they trick us. We have to quit looking at the boxes that they trick us into putting ourselves inside, and peek our heads out like prairie dogs and look around at the world outside the damn box. And that's when we see each other, and not as, oh, he's a liberal, he's a conservative, he's a Republican, he's a Democrat, he's a, I don't know, a freaking non-binary turnip, or it's a non-binary turnip. We cannot do that. We have to quit fighting with each other. And here is the root card, and this means we've given up something, we voluntarily, and that's the safety and comfort we feel with the personal sovereignty of the Epstein class. We've let the Epstein class have our personal sovereignty probably for about 26,000 years, like through the Kali Yuga. And we're giving that up, and this is exercising, taking control of our power. This is using our own personal power to direct our lives, and that's the present moment. And here's the psychological future, and that's a victory. Well, and the future is kind of controlling our own resources. And here's our fears. And this is a fear of a harsh feminine energy, like tough love. We're afraid of tough love. But here's the astrology right now, and there's good things happen astrologically. I mean, terrible if you're part of the Epstein class. If you're human, there's a lot of good things happening for humans right now. And here's our desires. We want to get out of this. We don't care where we're going. We want to get out of this shithole. We want to get out of this swamp. This swamp that we were promised that was going to be drained. If anything, do you think it's been drained? Have you seen Lindsey Graham? He's his little frickin' vestigial what do you call it? Lingam is flopping around like the wings on a penguin over this war. And here's the final outcome, and that's a new earth. That's the beginning of new earth energy. That's putting a new earth energy into motion. This modifies our fears, and this is saying we need to be strong. We need to be strong. We need to face the tough love. We need to give ourselves the tough love, but we need to be strong enough to accept that. I wish I had a partner doing this, so I could, because I see fantastic comments in it. But I pissed away almost my whole time. And this is modifying the astrological energy, and this betrayal. Something good is happening, but we're in the process of being betrayed right now. We are being betrayed by the Epstein class and the Epstein class. It doesn't matter what color hat you wear. If you're wearing a hat of some politician, you're wearing the hat of somebody from the Epstein class, and they are evil reptiles. Yeah, I'm really getting into Jesus loves me. I'm really getting into Christ consciousness lately. It's maybe why I decided not to have a ranting, raving reading today and try to do something to bring us together instead of drive us apart. The Devil's Workshop. Yeah, I've been to the Devil's Workshop. They do lousy. It's not a great place to get your dinghy repaired. This is modifying our desires, and we can get out of the swamp, but we need to keep a balance. And this is modifying the final outcome. And we got two things here, really, two really important things in the event reading. This is the present moment. This is masculine magic, and this is the final outcome modifier, and this is feminine magic. So this is saying we need to use everything at our resources, and we need to work together, man, woman, whatever. Let everybody let everybody have the personal sovereignty to do whatever the hell they want. If they start messing with us, if they start like trying to talk your child in the fifth grade into getting his genitals surgically modified, they're imposing on your child's personal sovereignty, and then you put the smack down. But if they identify as a transsexual turnip, let them be. Just as long as they're not imposing that on us. If they're not imposing on our personal sovereignty, we don't impose on their personal sovereignty. We find balance. I think we're in a tough place, without a doubt. We're in a tough place. We've given something up, something really important to us. We gave it up willingly, but at the same time we've taken the easy way out. You know what? Too many of us thought that one politician or the other was going to save our dumb asses. And they're not. They might do good things and then they'll do bad things, but they're not doing it for us. They're doing it because they're part of the Epstein class, and they're protecting their own. They're doing it for the exact same reason that Trump was not releasing those Epstein files. Pam Bondi. I mean, we are, we have been betrayed. We're being betrayed right now, right this minute. But at the same time, we've got the potential for this. And we're going to have a victory. We're going to come out ahead. We're going to get together. We're going to be Bartleby the Scrivener, and when they tell us to go fight a war for Bibi Netanyahu to protect the Epstein files, the Epstein class, we'll say, I prefer not to. What if they have a war and nobody comes? I think Israel's finding that out right about now. They called up like 100,000 reserves and nobody's showing up. It's like, what the hell? It's a disaster. I mean, what year is this? In 2023. Yeah, in like October 2023, Victoria and I did a reading back when we used to do these sort of planned readings. We'd do a reading and then we'd write it all out and have like a script and shit like that. And she edited it, and they were quite nice, quite good. I sure miss doing that with her, but she didn't like doing it. I'd rather look at her than anybody. Get off the drugs and stop ranting and take yourself seriously. I'm not on any drugs right now. I had some brownies that I used for sleeping, but I'm done with those, and I'm not going to take any for a long time. Stop ranting. It's what I do, but I'm not going to start taking myself seriously, because life's serious enough without that. You're probably in your 60s and you need to change your life. So what would you change about my life, seriously. Because honestly, I'm not picking on you, but I'm pretty sure I wouldn't want to trade it for your life. Double dog dare you, seriously. Whoa, I can't, can I pull these down? It's not very interesting comments. I wish I could read all these. You guys some of you saying some really stupid shit. But you're the shirtless streaming on, you're the one shirtless. Well, it's cloudy today, but I live in the tropics, Look, that's steam coming off the ocean. It's, it's freaking hot here. It's like, why the hell should I put a shirt on? It's like, you know what? I did laundry today, and I have, oh, she's really hungry. And so I had, a bunch of towels to wash. And if you look all the way down, then there's like 3 or 4 pairs of swim trunks there. And Victoria left a couple of swimsuits here. But at the very end, there's 2 t-shirts. So this is about 3 weeks worth of laundry. And by not wearing shirts, I don't, Why would I? I mean, shirts get sweaty because it's the tropics, for God's sakes. Um, you know, I uh, I really don't see the point of wearing a shirt. But your life looks pretty good to me. Yeah, thank you. Oh, I love to fish too, but the real fisherman is Victoria. She's from an island in the North Sea. They're fisher people. I'm not hating, brother. I'm just concerned for a fellow human being. I'm concerned for you too. And that's what I was hoping would come of this reading. It's demonic when you realize it's demonic. It's only sin if one believes it to be and does it anyway. I don't know about that. I mean, what if they're trying to normalize child molesting. I mean, the New Yorker magazine a couple weeks ago ran a story that said, uh, uh, whatever, minor attraction's not a crime, it's a disorder. It's no what? No, it's a crime. It's a sin. I mean, even if you don't believe it's a sin, when you impose your personal sovereignty on somebody else, whether you mean well or not, whether you're just telling me I should wear a shirt, for example, that's a sin. That's the only sin. Telling it's like what forced you shouldn't be concerned for me if I'm happy for you all. I read the Bible when I was 8 years old, and I be honest, I was kind of freaked out by it. I thought I honestly I was like I was 8 years old, and I read it cover to cover because I read a lot when I was a kid, and I lived on a farm, like the nearest library was 30 miles away, and I read the encyclopedia, I read the Bible, I read whatever was laying around, and I got to say I was a little freaked out when I read about how Lot was like these angels came to see Lot, and he was going to send, and the men of Sodom wanted to rape the angels. And Lot told the men of Sodom, I'll send my daughters out to you and do with them as you see fit, but unto these men do nothing. It's like, and then he took off into the mountains, his wife turned a pillar of salt and all that. He gets up in the mountains, and his daughters feel sorry for him. They go, our father does not have a woman. He's lonely. So they got him drunk, and they took turns having sex with the dad. This is in the frickin' Bible. No shit. Read it. Was it and I think it's in Genesis. But and I'm like, this is the only righteous man in all of Sodom that God chose to spare? It's like he's gonna have his daughters gang raped by the men of Sodom, and then he had sex with his daughters, and this is the good guy? It's like yeah, that God is pretty kinky, I will say. Not in a way I approve of, because but if you then I worked for the Lutherans actually. First job out of university, I worked for this publishing house. It was Lutherans and Catholics. It was called Augsburg Fortress, and it was really cool. It was a theological and liturgical press, and I got 3 degrees, 2 undergraduate degrees, and a degree in creative writing, a master's degree in creative writing. But I also I just took a lot of classes because I worked in a factory for 4 years, and after that, the frigging college was so easy that it was like I just took as many classes as I could. So I'm just a few classes shy of a degree in religious studies, and I'm also just a few classes. I'm like 2 classes shy of an undergraduate degree in psychology. The so but anyway, so I was raised in a very Christian family. My grandmother was Pentecostal. My aunts and my aunt and uncle were Baptist, and my parents were Lutheran. But and I had a lot of Catholic friends. I kind of got religion. I actually had my personal sovereignty violated pretty seriously by religion as a child. So I was not into it, but I was fascinated by it because just for the same reason as I was fascinated by psychology, because it's how the human brain works, and the human heart, the heart and brain, religion and psychology. But but so I wrote this novel, and I wrote it for my dissertation for my degree, and I called it the Slew Gods, and I was young. I was in my late 20s. I was older than the average student, but I had I'd written this. I like vented all my anger about religion into this book. It was like how religion's destroying the small town of I grew up in, and it did some damage. I mean, this was when all the freaking Catholic kids were getting raped by by the priests like crazy. I like, Jesus, just about every freaking Catholic kid I know got buggered by a priest. Um, and so I was really, but after I worked for the church for a few years, it was interesting, and I kind of got different opinion of it. But also, when I was working there in the the theological press, was introduced to the apocryphal, the all the uh, all the books that had gotten edited out of the Bible at the Council of Nicaea, like Thomas and the Gospel of Thomas and all this. I was really into Buddhism. I mean, that was kind of my thing back then, and and I realized that this that's when I discovered, like, I didn't know what they didn't call it this, but I later learned that it's what people call Christ consciousness. It really made me look at Jesus differently and understand, because he was kind of saying what I'm saying. He was saying there's like one rule, and you just don't impose your personal sovereignty on other people. You just don't do anything that hurts other people, and you don't. That means not being selfish. I mean, uh, you know. Um, so take date rape. The just getting somebody drunk and taking advantage of them, or getting them intoxicated, give them a roofie or whatever, or just even if somebody is just drunk and you have sex with them, that's a violation of their personal sovereignty, whether it's illegal or not, whether it's crossed any legal boundaries or not. And that's a sin. Somebody said a sin. um, Stephen Gallagher, you just are really trying to pick a fight. Sorry, dude. Um, you're on your own. Um, and Anyway, I really, and then just when I was living at Anchor, I said when I learned to love myself, I did a lot of reading on this sort of stuff, on alchemy and Christ consciousness and stuff like that. It was very helpful, and that was a few years ago. And then I met Victoria, and she's an amazing human, the best human on as far. I mean, I'm biased, but I think she's the best human on the face of the planet. And and But anyway, I for whatever reason it's I've really been understand. I've been reading the 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 Gospels, the stuff that's been cut out of the was at the Council of Nicaea, that was edited out of the Bible, because it made it harder to control the human loose herd for the archons, for the whatever you want to call them, um, the overlords, the Elohim, um, and yeah, I'm agree with you. I think Christ consciousness is the way to go. That's kind of why I decided not to try to rant and rave about some shitbirds in Europe or government or warmongers or Lindsey Graham. I gotta say, that'd be tough. If I had an opportunity to say like somebody put me in a what do you call it, a MMA ring with Lindsey Graham, I might just have a little fun. But how was Epstein Island? Well, some of you are just God. So let me ask you this. I mean, seriously, some of you that are just spouting off a lot of just, it's some of you are saying some really funny stuff. Uh, some of you are saying some really um, uh, phenomenal stuff and brilliant stuff. I'm liking it, but some of you are just like trying to pick a fight, and it's like, what what childhood trauma? What childhood trauma is motivating that? I mean, what kind of suffering are you going through in your life to just randomly lash out at somebody that you don't know or never will know? And just, I mean, I'm ones and zeros on a phone or a computer screen to you. I'm not important at all. And but I mean, I'm talking about what I've done myself. When I lash out at people, it's usually like something's triggered some painful childhood trauma. There's a there's I just saw a boat go by with its painter dragon, and it's going to be stuck in its propeller pretty soon. Um, anyway, so I'm asking you, those of you that are trying to pick a fight with me here. Uh, I mean, I'm not picking on you. I'm serious because I know it was my own childhood pain. Um, and I've written a book about this, and seriously, I'm a writer. I've had 34 books published. I believe it or not, I paid for this boat with a book I wrote with Sonny Barger from the Hells Angels. It was called Sonny Barger's Guide to it's Let's Ride, Sonny Barger's Guide to Riding the Right Way for Life. It's still for sale. I think you can still buy it at Amazon or Barnes and Noble. Um, but so I wrote those kind of books. But I when I was out living by myself, working on this shit like 5-6 years ago, I rewrote it. And I wrote it from not as an angry young man, but I guess I'm an old man, as a more hopefully thoughtful, more calm old man. Hi from Houston. Yeah, we are all God's children. Light worker here. Yeah, God, you guys are making phenomenal comments. I can't go back to see these later, but every time I look, I see like really, really, really brilliant stuff. So anyway, I've been talking for almost an hour. This is the longest video I've ever done, like almost double. Thank you all for watching, and a bunch of you have been watching a long time. So if let's give it some likes, and if you like it, subscribe. And oh yeah, the book. So what I'm thinking about doing is I worked in publishing for 25 years. That's how old I am, and so I've this is it's unedited, technically unedited book, but it's a pretty well edited manuscript for being unedited, and I also was a book designer. I said I had a bunch of degrees. I had one degree that was in photography and graphic design. I used to be a book designer for Llewellyn. So I went from the Lutherans and the Catholics to the pagans. I went and the astrologers and the ceremonial magicians. So I went from doing like liturgical and theological books to doing Aleister Crowley shit. To me at the time, it was like just trading one superstition for the other. But I see, anyway. But I don't feel that way anymore. But I'm thinking about, if anybody is interested, there's an email, I think, address on this channel. Send me an email and I'll send you a PDF. I've laid it out as a book. I've even designed a cover for it. I really like the cover. I'm hoping to get it published and use the cover. And I'm not charging for it because I'm not. I'm a. I'm not. I'm pro money. I'm not a freaking just because I want to move to Norway. Oh look, somebody's trying to get my attention. Uh, I'm not. I'm just because I'm moving to a socialist country. I'm not socialist or communist or anything. I'm pro uh, pro ambition, but even so, uh, if anybody wants, I'll send you a free. I mean, I'll send you a PDF of the book. You can print it out on paper. It's like 150 some pages laid out, and or you can just read it on your computer or on your phone or whatever, or not read it at all. Um, but if you want, I'll send you anybody that sends me an email to the seder.tarot at Gmail address. I'll send you a copy for free because it's I've I'm not a wealthy man, but I got a pretty nice boat, and I live okay. I'm fed. My cat's not starving, and and I don't really. I'm not interested in. I mean, I earned enough money writing books to buy a boat, so that's something. I'm I'm okay with it. I don't. I'm not trying to sell you anything. It's like it's free. If you want it, you can have it. If you don't want it, you don't have to have it. If you like it, you can read it. If you don't, you cannot. It's up to you. And I'm actually thinking about uh, reading sections of it someday. On like I'll get like maybe I'll get 3 views. Anyway, it's been really nice. Thank you all. I just gotta. Um, I'll definitely send you. Oh yeah, please do. If I'll check, I don't check that email every day, but when I do, I'll send you an attachment with a PDF file, and and you can do what you want with it or not do anything with it. Just throw it in the trash bin of your uh, of your computer, of your Gmail account or whatever. Uh, Thank you guys. It's been really nice. And even those of you that were trying to pick a fight, I wasn't joking. I really, I mean, I know the kind of pain that you can have that you can carry with you your whole life that makes you lash out and just attack random people and get like a pleasure from it. You get almost a pleasure from hurting somebody the way you've been hurt. So if you want to talk about that sometime, just let me know, and I'll give you a reading. I'll give you a free reading online. Um, the my I can't use PayPal with my bank anyway, so I'm gonna get a better bank account. Then I'll maybe start charging for shit. But right now I got this little podunk rural county bank, and they don't have a what do you call it, Swift account, and they don't you can't use PayPal or stuff like that. So it's just a pain in the butt. Anyway, y'all take care. Thank you for watching so long. I really appreciate it, and I hope this was worth the time because you guys stuck around for a hell of a long time. You guys have a great weekend, and all of you, including those of you that tried to pick a fight with me, have a wonderful weekend. Love you all.